Hello everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read this morning. I'm trying to think, I still haven't worked out some dates for you, but I am getting there, I promise. I do get there eventually. I guess somebody said to me the other day, wow, I don't know how you have the energy to live the life you do, because I'm just on the go all the time. But quite frankly, I get tired like everyone else, and I do take time out to rest, but I love this work and this is what I want to do. My job is, I love my job too. I can't say that I don't love my job, but it's not my primary focus. Ideally, I'd like to cut my job back to part-time and do this more, but I have to see what happens in the future. At the moment, I'm letting the universe guide me. I run with what's right on a day-to-day basis in the moment. So very much a person who's trusting now. Okay, so we have the Gilded Tarot here. And we have the Devil card. Okay, for all you Capricorns out there, yes, this is our card. I hear people deliberate about this all the time. The most basic explanation I can give you is that Capricorn is a goat and the devil was always represented as a goat for some reason. So there seems to be some very old-fashioned, archaic idea as to why the devil is representing Capricorn. There's a million other reasons that have been found, but I feel that is the basic reason. I think when they developed the deck, it was probably because of that. But who knows? So the devil, for me, I love this card, but then I love most of the tarot cards. Maybe someday we could talk about what I don't like about tarot cards. But the devil card, I don't like the Three of Swords. There you go. I don't like the Three of Swords. No matter which way you look at it, it does not have many positive sides to it at all. The devil card is a card of the ego. It is a card of obsession, addiction, lust, all those things that take you to the extremes. Obsession, addiction to anything, can be addiction to whatever. It also represents codependency, because codependency is an addiction to a person. It can represent like the narcissism, which is the opposite side to that only sort of seeing your own self through your ego. No matter which way you look at it, there's a lot of meaning to this card, and every time it comes out in a reading, it has a different meaning. So, very powerful card. That's why it's a major arcana. Whoops. This ain't good, guys. There is some sort of breakdown in something here. Now, the Tower comes in when we need to remove things from our life, because the devil can represent fears and anxieties as well. And the Tower comes in to break down old ways of being, old ways of doing in order to rebuild. So something here, look, when I look at this, I think you could have come to a point in your life where something has really slapped you in the face and you need to realize you're doing things the wrong way. So it could be about giving up an addiction. It could be as simple as going on a healthy eating spree because food is your addiction. But it's definitely you listening to the universe now. So the universe has really said, this is it now, you really need to drop this. But for a lot of you, this may be about someone dropping the ego, dropping their self-centeredness here. Doesn't mean you personally, it could be somebody you're dealing with. I do have the Nine of Swords around that. So there is a fear of doing this. Someone's fighting this energy. Someone's fighting what they know is the right thing to do here. Very interesting. Two of Pentacles tossing up about what to do. Then the Nine of Cups. Okay, I love this. I love this. All right. This could be you, but it could be someone that you're dealing with here as well. So someone here is trying to understand the difference between their ego and the spiritual calling they have here from the universe. So the universe is trying to reach someone and they're not listening because their ego is blocking. So often that means through fear, denial, but trying to block out something here. The thing is, they're trying to block their own path. They're trying to block their own wishes. So what they want is coming through strongly, but they're blocking it with this ego. Now, what that means is, you know, in their gut, in their intuition, it's saying to them, you need to go in this direction. This is what's right for you. This is what's good for you. And they're denying it because they have those blocks up, or those sort of things in place from the ego that say they can't go in that direction. I'm not good enough. I don't trust myself. I'm not sure that's for me. I'd rather stay where I am in my comfort zone and not do what's required of me. So the very, very strong feeling of that. Let's keep going. So we have the Empress coming out first. So the Empress is a beautiful card. It represents the feminine energy, or can be the divine feminine. It also represents new birth, recreation, creation, and everything that's beautiful about bringing something new into the world. So you may have an idea, you may have an opportunity, you may be trying to create something new here. Somebody's creating either jewelry or something, adornments is what they're saying here. So some of you are busy creating. We have the Six of Wands, which of course talks about victory, talks about public recognition, acclaim, being recognised. Beautiful. And then we have the Temperance card. Again, with these major arcanas, it's just been really powerful the last few readings. The Temperance card talks about balance, bringing things into balance here. But she also talks about divine timing, because when everybody's vibrating at the right level, or everything's sort of moving in the right direction, it brings around this sense that everything is in balance, and then things can start to occur. So it could be that things and timing is right now because someone's brought themselves into balance with something. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Now this little guy here can represent the air signs, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. He's also a little bit of a researcher, not a stalker. He likes to research. So I always think that when you get this card, someone's sort of keeping a little bit of a close eye on you, whether that's through media, whether that's through contacting other people. Someone here is bringing themselves into balance. Someone here is realizing this devil energy. Someone is starting to understand the power of the ego up against the power of spirit. Someone is starting to awaken, get the picture, understand. Someone's bringing themselves into a place of balance. They're taking on this Empress energy. They want to rebirth or birth something. There's some sort of victory here. So they're seeing the end result here. So they're seeing the big picture rather than the detail. That's what it strongly suggests to me. So someone is seeing the long term, not just what's happening in the now or what needs to happen in the now. Okay. All right, so we have the Three of Wands coming in. So somebody waiting for their ships to come in here. So they've already manifested. Somebody who now wants to speak up. And then we have the Page of Wands. So they want to make contact here. So you're dealing with someone who's brought themselves back into balance. You could be dealing with someone here who, for example, had maybe a drinking problem or some sort of addiction that they finally come to a place in their life where they realise that that can't work for them anymore. I feel like you've had someone here who's been able to give this drinking away or this addiction away, and now they're ready to move forward. Someone who has probably withheld or held back on having conversations with you, true conversations. There's passionate messages here coming in. So it's someone who feels very strongly, who's never been able to express themselves. I feel that they've been either drinking or using something to cover up what they've been doing, and they may have come to a point in their life where they have been able to curb this now or heal it, because they are feeling mighty fine and they're ready for victory here. Okay, so we have the Moon card coming out. Oh, there it is, the Ace of Cups. Okay, something that was hidden for a very long time that's going to bring in a Ten of Cups. Okay, Somebody's had this hidden for a long time. Somebody's been holding back feelings here, holding back the way they feel. Someone who has kept this hidden, maybe for a long time for some of you here. It could be even a matter of years. But someone now who's ready to offer this cup and give you your 10 of Cups. So your 9 of Cups represents the wish. The 10 of Cups represents the wish coming in. So let's just go back to the beginning. I feel like someone here has gotten rid of or come to terms with some sort of addiction, problem, issue. I feel the universe has had to step in. So there may have been something happen that's awakened this person. 9 of Swords tells me that they've gone through a lot of worry and stress because they were unable to make a decision here. But see, I have the 9 of Cups here, and I have the Ace of Cups here, and the end result is the 10 of Cups. I love Spirit. They're just so amazing. So if you see it like this, and I want to show you because it's just so beautiful how it all works. That's the 9 of Cups plus, look. And that's the end card. Isn't it beautiful? So what we're seeing here is someone who's had to make some sort of choice about putting their life right. They've realized they can't live in this energy any longer. But the universe has been giving them messages, and I don't feel that they've been really listening to what's been coming through here. So there is this sort of 7 of Swords moon energy. So someone's been withholding information and has not felt like sharing, but everything else in the reading tells me they are ready to step forward. I feel that they haven't completely ignored you during this time. There seems to either have been intermediate communication. That's not what I want to say. But anyway, it sort of looks to me like there may have been some communication, but it's been very fragile and very sporadic. Okay, thank you. But now there seems to be this real desire to bring this victory in. They've waited for this moment and they're ready to come forward. I think that while they were under the influence of this addiction or this obsession or whatever it else was, now for some it could be a karmic relationship. They could have been tied into something else. But I feel that now that they've come to terms with this, they're ready to share passionate messages here. And they are ready to speak up. Nice reading. Very nice reading. Oh, and look. Isn't that interesting? So there seems to be a lot of you dealing with Cancer people at the moment. Something is definitely moving forward. And I feel like this is a twin flame for some of you. This person's mirroring. This person's mirroring some emotions here. And the mirror, when it comes up, I think this is what you need to do sometimes, is just really look inside yourself here. Really take a good look. But somebody's moving towards that now. Somebody's moving towards you because they see you now for who you are. They see what they need to do. They're moving very quickly here. Have a wonderful Thursday.